Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got some more American stuff. A brewery, or actually two breweries I've never tried before. So we have Freak Folk Beer. They're out of Vermont in the US, in New England. And then we have Structures Brewing. I didn't realise this was a collab. I've just seen it before I went to review it. Structures are out of, I think it's Washington. Not 100% sure. But yeah, that's the logo there for Structures. And then there's Freak Folk. So yeah, pretty cool to try some breweries I've never had before. And yeah, the beer is called Thieves. And it's got bees there. The reason it's got the bees is it's a triple dry hop double IPA with Citra, Nelson, Rawaka, and raw honey. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that can artwork's sick as. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got my Denver and Lilac glass. It's a bit dirty. And as far as the title of the video goes, I'll have to change that, update it, because it's just got by the one brewery at the moment. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I picked up the can ready to like get into it, and yeah, seen that there was another brewery on there. But yeah, let's get in. First beer for the day. I've just come off morning shift, and it's pretty late. Like, I had some other stuff on after work, and we did a bit of overtime. So, cracking my first beer at 5 p.m. Let's hope it's a goodie. And yeah, this was acquired through the mate that's been going back and forth from Australia to the States. It was just this and another brewery called Test. They were two breweries like I'd never tried before, and I thought I wouldn't mind giving them a crack. Looks pretty good. So, bit of a knobhead pour, bit of an Alex the Beer Master pour. So it's, it's about a 5-finger head. Colour, I would say, sort of like a burnt orange. Looks a bit like lighter in person. On the camera, it actually looks, surprisingly, it looks a little better on the camera. But yeah, I'd say probably medium body, light carbonation. Yeah, let's give it a whiff. Getting some white grape, some passion fruit, some mango, some grapefruit. Although it has the raw honey in it, it definitely comes across more like pithy than sweet. Yeah, like maybe some orange, some lemon. It's quite citrusy. Maybe a touch of like peach or something as well. There's something different there. And yeah, it's quite floral. Anyway, I'm a thirsty boy. Let's get into it. Cheers. Mmm. It's got like a real different mouth feel to it. I wonder if that's because of the honey. I forgot to say the percentage on it too. I'm sort of intrigued because it has a little bit of booze on it. 8.7. So yeah, for a double IPA, that's probably like a little bit high, but most of them are around that sort of 7 and 8 mark. High 7s, 8. Yeah, it's just got a bit of a like a zing to it once it goes down, and then you get a little bit of booze. But yeah, very, very floral. Sort of gives me that like how would I describe it? When you go up to Queensland, right, and you go through the cane fields, it sort of reminds me of like that smell and that sort of texture when you're like walking through. That's what I get from it. Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of booze on the finish. I reckon there's like some sweet peach there. I would say like the malt, you're getting like it's predominantly like white bread, but I feel like there's a touch of like caramel as well. Just like slight caramel, slight biscuit. It's like, yeah, there's a few sort of different like characteristics to it, but it's nice. Like it's still like relatively like smooth and creamy. I think the more I'm drinking it, I'm getting like quite a bit of grapefruit, like pith, orange. Yeah. I've got a new Vikings hat on today, the old black. I now have three Vikings hats. I've got the first one I had was the white with the purple and the yellow, sort of the mixed one. And then I got the straight purple, and now I've gone the black. Good to wear the black because of the death of the Vikings, how they always fall on their asses when it counts. But yeah, I definitely going for the Eagles on Sunday, our Monday. I can't wait. And I even got I got myself an Eagles cap, not only for supporting the Eagles for Super Bowl and a bit of solidarity for Josh from last year, but the rumours are next year there's going to be an LA Rams home game in Melbourne at the MCG, 100,000 people. And I've always said if there's ever an NFL game here in Australia, I'll be there in a heartbeat. And the rumours are that it's going to be LA Rams versus the Eagles. So I was like, well, perfect time to buy a cap. I've got one for Super Bowl, and then I'll be able to wear it at the game and support them there. I can't wait. It's going to be rad. I'm even getting like, as it's warming, I'm getting like candy vibes. Sort of like a what do you call it? Like rock candy? Like your hard boiled rock candy. It gives me that sort of thing. Very, very odd. But yeah, I like how it's a bit different. That's what's good when you try these new breweries and that. It's like you'll have something that's just, even though it's a beer and it's like a hazy and there's so many out there, you'll try one and it's just that little bit different to everything else you've had. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I'm trying to think whether the boys, when they were in Vermont, New England area for when Beer Man was up there, if they went to this brewery. Like, I've definitely heard the name before, but I just don't know where. Freak Folk. Maybe Matt from Massive Beers or someone's tried them. Maybe FLX boys. I don't know. Anyone out there, if you watch this, I want to know if you've tried some Freak Folk beers and what your thoughts were. Or even Structures, who are the collaboration brewery. It said Structures out of WA, so I'm assuming that's Washington. There's so many states in America, so it could be something completely different. But I was trying to think of states that start with W, and all I could think of was like Washington, Wyoming, West Virginia, and they surely Washington would be WA. Quite hot here again. Not sure of the exact temperature, but definitely muggy. When I was walking home, I sort of got halfway and I was carrying some stuff and it was real warm and I knew the bus, because we did overtime, I knew the bus was just about to go past where I was. So I was like, oh, should I just pay a couple of bucks and just catch the bus the rest of the way? Because I'd had a big day and I was pretty exhausted and it's real hot. And I must have just missed it by like 30 seconds because I was hanging for a while waiting for it to come. And I'm like, ah, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I ended up just going into a bottle-o that was nearby. And I thought, oh, I want to just get like a 4-pack of something that's cold. So when I come home, even though I've got like beers and that getting delivered, they're all going to be sitting on the front porch and not in the refrigerator. So yeah, I ended up getting Wild Turkey American Honey, just a 4-pack of them. So yeah, after I have this beer, I'm going to tuck into one of those bad boys. Should be pretty good. Cheers, Angie, and cheers, Aubrey. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for ages, Aubrey. Pardon me. Thoughts on the new Vikings cap? She's a blackie. Goes all right, I reckon. I thought I'll get the black Vikings hat because it's the death of the Vikings. Because they always fizzle out when it counts. I've been good, mate. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It's going up even more. There's a lot of people complaining about it. I think it's a lot worse in the pubs, like if you were to drink inside the pub. They were saying the other day that pints are now going to be roughly $15. So you want one fucking pint of average beer, $15. That's absolutely ridiculous. No wonder pubs are closing down everywhere. No one can afford that shit. Yeah, I got quite a few, Angie. I got an Eagles one because I was just telling the story before. I got an Eagles hat because I just want to support Josh and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Plus, my favorite color is green, and it's like the bright Kelly green with the eagle on the front, so it looks sick as. but also they've just announced there's an NFL game here in Melbourne next year, like part of the regular series. And the rumours are it's definitely an LA Rams home game, but the rumours are they're playing the Eagles. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to buy a hat. I don't care how much it costs. Like, it looks so good. It's like, okay, the Eagles can be my second favourite team. Yeah. I do have a Seahawks hat as well. I was always a Seahawks fan too. So Joe would be happy with that, as in the Beer Patrol. Yeah, it's fucked. Like I love Australia, very patriotic, but it's getting to that stage now where it's like because I'm a single bloke and like I can sort of pack up and leave. The only thing that's holding me back is my dogs. So it's like as soon as my dogs pass, it's going to be something I'm going to consider. Like, because yeah, just the cost of living here. Like I absolutely have busted my ass ever since I was like fucking 16 years old, and I can't afford my own house just because it's so fucking expensive. And it's just like it just infuriates me how hard I have to work and get nowhere. I mean, I do live a good life as far as the occasional travels and drinking good beers and eating decent food and that, but for how hard I've worked, for how long, I should be able to have my own like house. Like it's fucking ridiculous. And people will be like, "Oh, what? How come you don't have your own house?" And it's like, well, when you don't have a family to support you and pay for shit, the rent here is so expensive. So every week I've rented, I'm just throwing away like a third of my paycheck. It's different, obviously, if you're one of those people that mooch off your parents and can like, yeah, save like $500 a week or something. But that's just not me. Like I had to like live on my own. Cheers, Chris. Good to see you, brother. I seen you went live. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was at a time when I was like, ooh, I could join. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I could just pack up and go somewhere and like be way better off. At the end of the day, like as far as work goes, I don't give a fuck what I do for a job. I've never been like I'm a hard worker and like I could sort of I don't know, I feel like I could work in like quite a few different industries. So like as far as getting work goes and that, it doesn't really worry me, and I'm not really massively career driven. Like I just want to live comfortably and be able to do the things I want to do and enjoy life. Like even the job I'm in now, at the moment, I'm fucking hating it, but like I earn decent money and yeah, yeah. Me and Angie were hanging out together for fucking hours the other night. Could happen again today. I'm keen to smash many ales. Oh, so is that the name of the channel? Is it? Yeah, I feel like that area of America would be cheap as. Yeah, it's every Commonwealth country, dude. It's just getting fucked over. It's just exactly the same in Canada, exactly the same in the UK. The the governments are just overly greedy and almost like what do you call it? Communist. Yeah. And it's like you just can't do anything about it. It doesn't matter what happens, they'll just fuck you over. And see, at least with America, with politics, you've sort of got a right leaning government and a left leaning, as in parties. So it sort of balances out, and there's like big conflict between the two. Whereas I reckon in like most of Commonwealth countries, all the parties, the political parties to me seem the same. And it's almost like they're just working together. Doesn't matter which party gets in and who runs a country. It's almost like they're just all the same person. All working for the same person in the end. Yeah, I think I gave you two emails, dude, and I think the first one I gave you's got like storage problems. Apparently it's like ran out of storage, and there's been a lot of people that haven't been able to email me on that. So yeah, that's why I gave you that second one. I hope the second one still works. I remember that another time I sent you an email off that and it worked. So another thing that probably doesn't help too is I don't check my emails regularly enough. I'll pour a little more, shall I? I've got to remember to take a photo of this one. But yeah, this beer's from Vermont. Vermont would be a very nice area, but very expensive. Yeah, yeah, stuff like that, like excavators and cranes and working in some sort of mine or yeah, like any of that shit. I'd be keen to give a go. I definitely regret not doing like I wish I had done a trade when I was younger. Would have been unreal if I did like an electrical apprenticeship or something like that. Some of the shit electricians do and the amount of money they get paid, it's just like fucking hell. God, what a pathetic excuse for a president he was. I just can't get over how floral this beer is. Yeah, like I described earlier in the video, like how it's like when you're up in Queensland, they have these big cane fields and they sit really fucking high. And like you can sort of like some of them you can like walk through them. It'd be the same in America with like yeah, you'd have the same sort of thing or even whatever other plantations you have. But yeah, when you walk through them and they're fucking dangling everywhere, and just that sort of like that smell, that sort of like the feel of the plant and that's what this beer reminds me of. It's real weird. Cheers, Chris. Thanks for chiming in, brother. Yeah, we'll definitely hang at some stage, dude. Yeah. You know Sick and Tired, don't you? I'm sure you do. Sick and Tired is a good American boy. Quite often on what would you say? Angie streams. Um where else does Chris hang? I've seen him on like stuff with like JV and Thrash. No, it's sort of all the hangs these days, they're sort of different to what they used to be. Yeah, I've got some VBs in the fridge. I'm waiting for them to cool down. I'll smash them. Chug the shit out of them. Yeah, with this NFL game coming to Melbourne, they reckon there's going to be 100,000 people there. Tickets will be just fucking mayhem, I reckon. Oh, what a load of kerfuffle that is. Just thinking of like people on YouTube, like in the beer world, that I think would be really good drinkers. I reckon Craig would be up there. Um, Harry, Harry's another one. I reckon Drew used to go all right, but I think these days he smashes the low ABV stuff, gets tired easy. I reckon if you got him on bigger beers, I reckon he'd struggle. And sort of KC can drink a lot, but he always drinks low ABV stuff as well. Like, yeah, to really put the test to someone, it's like they have to sort of drink higher ABV stuff and still be able to keep going. That's where I reckon Craig and Harry would both do all right. As far as the Americans go, I reckon Bumpy would do well. Um, Not sure with Beer Man. Beer Man can definitely drink a bit, but he seems to get pissed pretty easy. He'll go from like pretty comfortable to like staggering around and slurring. Elbow, how the fuck are you going, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, fucking oath. It's good to see some peeps. I think in the first like 10, 15 minutes of just talking about the beer, I reckon I only had like one or two people just quickly pop in and then duck out again. So yeah, it just sometimes the old YouTube with notifications and that it's a bit shit. It's obviously a bit of a shit time as well. But yeah, it's good to have some people in now. It's good. This is what it's all about, just interacting with people, a bit of banter, a bit of shit talk. Because, yeah, for that first 10, 15 minutes, I thought, shit, I'm not going to have anyone in this stream. I'm just going to be talking to myself. No, all good, Aubrey. Not concerned at all, mate. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I remember when that song first started, I couldn't quite think of what it was, and then I knew. Ooh, I like the word illegal. That's good. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of US like hyped craft beer. I'm still getting through it. Just got some good Aussie stuff delivered today, so that's chilling. I also got a 30 block of VB, so my go-to macro, and I got a I got a Snoop Dogg wine. I don't I don't know why, but I did. I think just because Snoop was on it. And I got a bottle of whiskey. I went all out yesterday. I jumped online and I wanted to do a grocery shop and get it delivered. Like just buy like fucking 2-3 weeks worth of groceries and booze and get it delivered and not have to worry about shit for a couple of weeks. And they had these specials. If you spend a certain amount on groceries, you'll get $25 off. And if you spend a certain amount on booze, you get $30 off. So with all the shit I bought, plus whatever savings I got on each individual, I think I saved like about fucking $200. Like I obviously did a huge shop and it's expensive, but if you can do it like that all the time, it works out a lot cheaper, like just buying in bulk. So yeah, it's like I've gone from having fuck all in the fridge to like way too much. Like I've even just got like beers sitting in the cupboard, ready to go in the fridge when I drink others. But that's good. It's sort of comfortable. It means in the next few weekends I don't have to worry about running out. And yeah, especially next week when I'm on night shift. I hate. It's nothing worse when you're on nights and you finish work at 6 in the morning. You try and get some sleep, and then you've got to go out during the day like a zombie going to do your shopping. It's fucked. Like I hate it. So if I can avoid doing that and like having stuff there ready, it's so much better. I mean, it'd be a lot easier if you had like a partner that could go do the shopping and that, so you didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's like because it's just me. It's like yeah, if I don't do it, it's like it's not going to get done. Cheers, John. Good to see you, brother. I'm just doing a random beer review that's turned into more of a just a hangout, banter, whatever. But yeah, it's a beer from Vermont, and it's quite tasty. It's two breweries working together, and I've never tried either of them before. So, and I've got my new Vikings hat on, the old black. Goes all right. I'm hoping the Eagles can win the Super Bowl because I'm sick of the Chiefs. Okay, what was I up to? Yes. It's amazing, like in Melbourne, like the amount of like groups of people will go to those things, and there's like as many females as guys. You'd sort of think it'd be like, I don't know, weird for the strippers with girls coming in, but I think they get around it. I think most of them think it's good. It's if I do a holiday in America, I know I've definitely got a lot of offers, places to stay, which is awesome. Everyone's saying hello to each other. It's good. Good shit. But yeah, this beer is it's meant to like it, well, it does. It features like raw honey, so that's why it's got the artwork it has on it. But yeah, I'm not really. I don't think it's really coming through on the flavour. More just sort of like the texture of it. I don't know. It's sort of hard to tell, but I just get a lot of floral characteristics from it. I should probably give it a score. Yeah, that's one thing. Is the fucking flights are ridiculous. So score, I'm gonna say 4. Thieves. What is it? Triple dry hopped. I can't even see the bloody thing there. Triple dry hopped double IPA Thieves by Freak Folk Beer and Structures. It's very hard to read that writing. I'm going to give it a. Let's have another sip. I'm going to give it a 4.4 out of 5. I think it's pretty good. I like how it's like a little bit different. I mean, some of the characteristics I was getting, like the floral, the sort of slight berry, the grape, like especially like the berry, the floral, and that, like it could have even been coming from the honey. But yeah, it was just like it's quite complex. It's different. I was definitely getting a lot of different notes from it. Yeah, I think 4.4 is a pretty decent score. And yeah, I've got another brewery there called Test that I know nothing about. I think they might have been New Jersey or somewhere up in that northeast corner. But yeah, who's doing a hangout? should I do a hangout? No. I want to chug a beer. I know that much. I just want to smash one. Yeah, there's plenty of hard workers out there. Oh, shit. One thing I know is I need some food in my gob. I had um I had some leftovers, like it was a leftover kebab, like an open kebab, so it was like meat and salad and like thick sort of wrap thing. I had that for sort of like an early lunch, and then I haven't really eaten since then. I'm thinking I'm going to cook steak and veggies tonight, but that's like, yeah, probably another 3 hours or so away. So I just want to smash beers. Yeah, may as well. Go for it. I'll definitely join. Yeah, for sure. I'm certainly an intelligent bloke and quite independent. The only one thing is I'm not real mechanical. I wish I was more mechanical. Um, yeah, as far as like I feel like I can do sort of like physical labor work, but I can also do like office stuff or like managerial stuff. Like, yeah, there's a lot of different areas I could work. So I've never really been stressed about getting employment and that. It's just like I've always found the hardest thing with me is like getting places to live, and especially like when you're a single bloke and you've got two big dogs, it's never easy. I mean, if I lived in the States, I'd be able to just buy something, but in Australia, it's just way too fucking expensive. But yeah, I might wrap this up. So yeah, as I said, 4.4 for this bad boy. And yeah, I'll have to change the dates on it because I've just got it as one brewery and it's two. But yeah, I'll definitely have to look out for some more freak folk and structures. And as I said, if anyone out there like watches this back, I just want to know if you've had freak folk or structures and what you've thought. It'd be good to see if they're like decent breweries. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here. Time to smash some macro beers. Um, could be another craft review later tonight, maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, probably heading over to Angie's. I think she's going to do a live. So thank you again, and we will see you again soon.